fire the everything. We will wreak righteous vengeance upon these desolate imperialists. They've taken our homes, our people, our battleships. They've destroyed far more than we could ever repair in a single year. But I suppose that's all behind us now, isn't it? Kallarians de Suntov, easily the greatest of our commanders. Well, he was a captain, but before he was technically a commander. No, now he's a commander, then he was a captain. Look, in the end, the law is sound. So yes, welcome back everybody. Now, I actually kind of almost forgot about Kallarians de Suntov, the legendary captain of the Kallarians. He was literally effectively the savior of the Kallarians, if you've never watched the first video that I posted. So yes, a little bit of lore for you there. And this quadruped defense post has become a spinner. That is actually quite funny. So yes, last episode we fought a little battle. We designed the Union Saver. We were assisted by a little claim Mercado, but then that claim Mercado was killed by a sentinel, most probably. I reminded myself about Kallarians de Suntov. So you know, I'm the type of person that really loves to come up with my own lore. So, you know, the Kallarians, I kind of want to give them their own little story, their own lovely little piece of lore. You know, I don't want to just play this game and not give it a story. Because really, where's the fun in that? You know, I'm pretty sure everyone who plays this game has some sort of story for their ships, you know. Some sort of story. Even if it's the most vaguest thing in the world, everyone has some sort of story for their creations, you know. And even if you never said it, you know, while you played the game, it kind of, you know, it kind of stuck out. Because why did I make a battleship? Because I needed to defeat enemies. That in and of itself is a story. You know, so you can kind of make story elements without even intending to. You know, so I actually have a little notepad on my desktop, and that has Kallarian lore in it. And so, you know, I'm trying to build up a bit of Kallarian lore, you know, so that at the end of the series we can actually have kind of a little story we tell, and you know, we have, I don't know, some sort of hero. You know, I mean, we have quite a little battleship here. A little battle armada, I mean. A battle fleet, a navy, you could almost say. Quite a rambunctious group, I must say. They're not. But they work quite well. Wow, I have a lot of resources on me. I should probably build something, shouldn't I? Oh. Let's build a Ranger Star Cruiser. Why not? In fact, if anything, I need to make a Mark II Iridian. Because the Iridian is small. Very small and not that effective. So what I need to make is a bigger laser ship. I usually don't build with lasers, but today I feel like going a little bit crazy. I feel like going a little bit ham on a biscuit. Oh, that is such an amusingly strange statementization. I just came across that. No, I wasn't even intending to make that, but apparently I just have. What the hell am I making? Just, you know, out of curiosity. But you know, I mean, this is my system. I build I build crazily until I find something that kind of works. You know, unless I have a predefined idea of how I want the ship to look, I never really give it its look, you know? I'm kind of just building wildly, trying to see what I like. You know, I think I've explained this before. Yeah. crazed, crazed builder. It's actually a nice spot to just put some lasers and more lasers. You know what? I really wish that Faction wanted like some smaller shields. I guess that's kind of reserved for the other factions, Faction 4 and such. That works nicely. Even though it isn't connected, it doesn't matter. It adds a little bit of sanitarial flair to it all. That actually works. That actually works pretty darn well. So, this, you know what, guys? I have not asked for a naming suggestion for a while. Give me a naming suggestion, please. So, KLR, laser ship. Think lasers with style. You know, pretty much. You know, so kindly just you know, write in the comment section just a little bit of an idea of what to name this ship. And as always, I will consider it. Oh ho! In fact, we have a proton beam. So now this can actually be a... You know what, guys? This is literally going to be a good laser ship. If it has lasers, it should probably have some version of burst defense. Maybe? Maybe not. Maybe not, but I think maybe. Okay. This frontal sectionale is so horribly undefended, it's not even funny. Take that. Swap it around. I can't do that. Aww, that's a sad thing. That's very sad. Oh, I can do that! I could do that! And my mind's kind of having a little spaz out here trying to figure out what I can do to make this look nice. Because what the hell is this so far? What is this horrible monstrosity that pervades my universe? I think it's actually quite strange. I genuinely don't want this to exist within my universe, so... that off. And somehow work on a way to just... curving systemization at least. I don't know. I don't know. I really don't know. Unless I apply pure Kallarian build tactics. Okay, that actually looks quite. Oh, I like that. As ballistic insane as this. You know, now this is quite contrasting because you have like this massive thick area and then you have a very strange and kind of thin area. You know, it's kind of nice, but it's very strange. Now the question is what to put here. I guess missile launchers work nicely. And then the front, oh, perfect. It's not actually perfect, it's quite strange, but nonetheless, brethren, nonetheless. Also, I should use flight cannons, because flight cannons are very good guns. They are stunningly good at what they do. Also, this is going to need way more power generation, so just give it a few big jennies. Jennies. Oh, give it some big jennies. That's a very old, I don't know, is that kind of like an old expression? Jenny? A Jenny? You know, give it a Jenny? I don't know. I just really don't know. And now I'm going to use that amazing engine design we developed for the Queen Kala. have I created? Oh my gosh. I don't know what I've created, but I like it. My gosh, okay. This is a very strange ship. Very strange. Need to make sure that it has sufficient stopping power. So, sort of that. You clippy little piece of pinata. Guess what, guys? I know I'm breaking my own rule set, but I'm gonna allow it for now, just because I can't be bothered to find a bit, just because I can't be bothered to waste resources there. I know this doesn't sound like me at all, but you know, I feel like being raw and effective today. I mean, I don't actually, but you know, I just want to be. I don't know. I feel like building strangely. I mean, I'm already building strangely, but I mean, like, more strange than usual. What is this? What is this even? I don't know, it reminds me of some sort of... It's like a sword, but a jellyfish at the same time, but not. I don't know, I couldn't explain it to you even if I tried, but yes. Oh gosh, and then we can have a little bit of battery. Battery? Some autocannons? No, doesn't look nice. You know what? It needs some dedicated sideways thrust, so we'll give it a bit of that. Amazing. And in fact, yeah, a little bit of diagonal thrust is also very useful, simply for maneuverability purposes. I don't really want to build in the front there. Also, sometimes it's very useful to sort of just change the direction of your build, sort of to just make sure that everything is kind of strange. You basically kind of kick your brain, almost, so that your brain sort of goes, whoa, what the hell is happening, and it kind of, it reprocesses all the information that you're looking at. Your eyes and your brain I'm talking about here, not the game. You know, your brain reprocesses all the information and you're able to spot things that aren't symmetrical easier. Trust me, it's a decent technique. I've never really shown it on my videos, but that's because I rarely ever use it. I developed it very recently. You know you're insane when the thing you were just explaining to help with symmetry doesn't help you note symmetry. So these thrusters were actually uneven. Alright guys, while I was away, sorry I had to just do something very quickly. But yes, I just added in some little thrusters while I was unable to talk. And so here we back are, with everything nice and symmetrical. So, yeah, good thing to remember, just don't listen to me sometimes, because sometimes I'm utterly insane and wrong. I'm not wrong, it's just, I am wrong. But, what I mean is that I said, you know, looking at stuff from a different perspective, that's the word I wanted. Looking at stuff from a different perspective helps, okay? It does, trust me, it really does. It can help you just get a new kind of perspective on what you're building. But bear in mind that I'm also commentating, okay? I am literally right now concentrating more upon what I'm saying than what I'm looking at. That is the problem with being a YouTuber. Being a YouTuber implies that you are obviously commentating upon a game which you are playing. Unfortunately, that leaves a lot of room for error. Whatever error you may say, well, the error that I literally made while talking. Because I said, and I've literally just said it to you guys, you know, looking at stuff in a different perspective will help you note asymmetry. It didn't help me because I was concentrating on my you see, now I'm actually attempting to donate half my mental resources to looking at the ship just to make sure everything's fine, and the remainder of my mental resources have to go to word allocation, okay? And it's not executing very well, if you can tell. I hope you can. Wow, that actually rhymed. It's not executing well, if you can tell. You probably can't, because I'm just rhyming everything. It's quite amusing for me. Alright, so we've made our lovely laser cruiser. which is the something or other. KLR... I need to give it a sort of temporary name. Temp name. Ooh, cancel. Mark 1. Alright, temp name. Okay, so you know, okay. I need to just get, okay, look. The only way for a Let's Player for a YouTuber to ever make progress in a game is when he just shuts up, stops thinking about his audience, unfortunately, and just starts thinking about the game. You know, when I play this normally, I don't have people I want to talk to. So maybe that's half my problem. I think it actually is, kind of. Okay, anyway. Let's see if I can actually play this like I normally would. No, I don't want to, because that would mean I just feel very awkward. Oh gosh, we need more power. Okay. Jackson, yes sir, we need more power. Like a ton more power. We need enough power to power a universe if that power was donated to power. Wait, what sir? I don't even know. Look Jackson, some days it's just not good to reprimand my mental screamerages. Sir, I think you should calm down. I would agree, but that sort of inclination escapes me. What do we really need to do? Excuse me, sir. Could you explain why we're delayed? Yes, Miss... yes, Mr. Luke. Unfortunately, there was a certain complication. Your scheduled recording session has been mostly interrupted. So yes. This is literally an entire day later, by the way, guys. I had to pause the recording because, life and such. And so now I've only really gotten back to this episode the next day. Getting stuck on a Uni unsafer. Fire evasive maneuvers. Get out of here! You know, we are Terran, and Terran's actually very resilient, so I don't know why I'm worried. Terran? Human ships, man, they're just overpowered, man. Can withstand most of anything. Very unfortunate. Yes, unfortunately, yes, I get interrupted quite a lot. Including by myself. Okay, so. We made the temporary laser drone. Not really temporary, but we named it the temp laser. Because I want you all to just give me a naming suggestion. Well, I would like you to give me a naming suggestion. Yeah, it's nice. This can actually be a tad longer. Perfect. Oh, lovely. I do like the look of this ship, mate. It looks very nice. Also, we have a lot of resources. So if we just find somewhere safe-ish, like... I don't know, if you just put that over there and just deploy a few quad keys first. For just defensive purposes. And then only shall we deploy the temporary laser bot. Well, laser battleship. Laser cruiser. That is definitely an alpha class. Good. Okay. Hey, get out of here. Missiles. Everything away. May Pong. Very funny name. Oh, I like it. It's quite strange. Is it me or does my ship require more turning thrust? I think it does. Yeah, that'll sort of work nicely. Where's the missiles? Enemy shields down, Commander. Enemy invasion force destroyed. Very well done, troops. I think today we've made a good amount of headway into the enemy's offensive forces. We've crushed their revelries, and you know, I think we've done some stuff. We've also tormented the occasional asteroid. Agreed, sir. We've made a new battleship. We should probably go annihilate Ion and attempt to reclaim the Kallarian homeworlds. Well, technically, Kallarian homeworlds are gone. And honestly, I don't want to meet the Starglow Galactic Purificator because they would completely annihilate us again. The Kallarians escaped barely last time. Barely. Shan't make that mistake again. Hey, Quadaki. You have a thrust, eh, bud? These ships have thrusters. I mean, not ships, but these Quadakis. Well, now they're ships because they have thrusters, but these little stations. Oh, it's quite funny. Okay, we need to deploy some more resources. We need a battle station. That is my official idea. We need a battle station. Now, what do you need for a battle station? Well, for a Kallarian battle station, that is the question. We want it to have a nice amount of power, so it can't be overwhelmed too easily. Then we're going to want to protect this power, so something to that effect. Then we're going to want to utilize this little periphery here. And we can do that. It's not the most reinforced thing, I'm aware, but still. Since this is a battle station, that's actually a perfect-ish. Damn it. Unfortunate. Yeah, so yes, my Kallarian brethren, you may be asking me, who are the Starglow Galactic Purificate? Simply put, they're a group of idealistic miracles who do not seem to understand the value of life. They favor the destruction of basically everything. They are the ZZ, but slightly more overpowered. The ZZ just want to destroy everything and effectively live in a universe that does not exist, which makes no sense, but that's sort of how I could explain this SG, Starglow. Maniacs, endorsing idealistic ideals of a future that cannot be. But, my ideals are not supported by some of my fellow Kallarian brethren. They feel that such an outcome may actually assist us in our ideas of reconstruction. I call them idiots. They look at me in a very odd and embarrassingly irritating way, which is strange, but I'm not too concerned by their insanities. Look, I'm trying to fill time because, honestly, I need to... Building a battle station, or just any big ship, requires time to just sort of think about how you're going to do things. And so, why not fill it with preposition? Because I just mentioned the Starglow Galactic Purificate, and now I've not really said much about them. So, you know, it's learning time. So yes, we need quite a bit of resource storage, optimally. You know, I could have it like, sort of like that. Oh yes, I could. Wow, that's quite nice, but these edges are very flat. I don't like them being flat. We also need to get this thing a factory at some point. That's thousands. That's 8 times 1,000. That's about 8,800 and... well... no, it goes into 9,400s as all as 60s. Anyway, kind of roughly. I'm estimating here. I'm not a numerical genius. yes, so yes, as something to talk about, I guess. Um, I already have quite a few nice entries for the 30th of September tournament, and I'm actually quite hyped for that. The only problem is there's like 4 competitors now. I mean, so far. I mean, I know it's not the end of the month yet, and you know, some people actually just want to send the stuff in at the end, because honestly, that makes sense. However, you know, I can kind of comment on that it's put in earlier. No rush, no rush. I'm just saying, because you know, I have time to fill. Might as well fill it with something. I don't know, why was I talking about what I'm building? However, I don't want to, because I don't know how to commentate on this. Okay, so in the end, I don't like this to be nice and square. It doesn't work. It doesn't factor in nicely. Also, if we make this a little bit harder, it's going to be difficult to be cut off instantly. A lot of strategic insanity. Also, just looks nicer that way. Whoa. I can actually do that and give it the illusion that it's like an actual thick block. And honestly, I have no problem with that. Also, maybe you'll notice me doing this very strange thing. It's my OCD clickery. Because I just like to make sure that I haven't selected something strange by accident. So it's a precautionary endeavor. It's a strange effect. Look, I've. That actually looks really cool. That actually looks really cool. I like it. I like it. Also, yeah, why so many factories? Because enhanced production capacity never hurt anyone. I could do that, but that would kind of look similar to the Batarian Republic, and I don't want to do that. So, instead... I'm sorry, I have no idea why I'm singing so much. I'm just, you know, excited. It's actually Friday today. You know, I have a weekend of freedom ahead of me. Relative freedom. So I'm going to enjoy this, and I get to build, like. Wow, okay, that worked nicely. Just so like everyone is 100% aware, that worked brilliantly. And if I can just sort of slot that on there and put like a no, I don't. That doesn't look as nice. No, no, I don't wanna, man, I don't wanna. Actually, no. My gosh, man. That's good stuff. Also, it does mean I can copy all this over in like one go because it's all connected. Well, relativistically connected. It's semi-connected. Well, oh. Some days things just work well. Some days stuff just decides to work, and today is one of those days. Look at this. Look at this battle station. Well, alright. Well, alright, very well. Now to think of a name for it. I mean, what it actually needs is some drones. I think some drones would be most useful, most beneficial. Just put it on its head. That's quite funny, actually. Yes. Okay, now. Also, I need to do that little effect. I nearly forgot. I'm sorry, sometimes I just get carried away with building and I neglect what I've done and I've edited, so it becomes a bit of a problem. Ah, yeah. Now you see, if I had done this, that would have been uber redundant. So yeah, I try to keep my head when it comes to that sort of stuff because it looks fun, it just looks nice, but in the end, it's not very effective. Yes, I like this quite a bit. I honestly think this looks lovely. I honestly do. It's really good. In my books, anyway. I don't know about other people, but you know, this is me building. So for me, this is awesome. This is singularly awesome. This is a perfect little missile bay. My gosh, everything's factoring in brilliantly. You know, sometimes I don't even plan for this stuff, and it just happens in such a beautiful way. I'm thoroughly amazed by just how lucky I can be sometimes. To just make a build that genuinely works really well. Sometimes it's just wow. Just look at that. Look at that. Okay, this requires a little bit of fortification, Harry. I know, sort of blowing my own trumpet, but you know, I think it looks good. So, in order to keep up my own self-esteem, I'm going to say it looks good. Oh, yes. Oh, this is so vulnerable over here and here and here and here. It's not really a brilliant battle station, but it will work. Okay, it's sort of it's a regional command. Okay, this is sort of a field command. Okay, guys, this is a field command. So keep that in mind. Keep in mind that this is a field command, basically. Also, this episode is going to be really, really long. And why? Because I've actually uploaded 3 videos. 3. And then I smooched them together using YouTube's video editor because that actually, oddly enough, works better than the one I have. Well, I mean, more in terms of video resolution quality. The one that I use, for some reason, it doesn't have MP4, which is what I record to because it makes it far easier for me to upload because it's more compressed. And then attempting to convert it to something else just makes it go krugel. Yes. Also, let's add some armor to this. And plausibly a bit of Kallarian combat spike. This is a combat station after all. It needs a bit of combat spike. Combat spike. Combat spike. What on earth is combat spike? I don't know, but it sounds cool, and it might actually be effective. In fact, it definitely will be effective because it's just literally extra armor. You can't go wrong with extra armor. You really can't. It takes a genuine amount of attemptery to not make extra armor count. Wow, that looks good. Okay, save. Wait. Before I do, just take a screenshot. Take a screenshot in case the game crashes. Hallelujah. Alright, guys. So it's now like 20 minutes. I'm gonna deploy field command because I kind of want that level of safety. Let's watch this build. Beautiful. Beautiful! Get your nukes out of here! I forgot to disable auto aim. Ah, fire the missiles, fire the missiles, fire the missiles! Don't let them get close! Those annihilators are far too powerful. See what I mean? They just took off the front of my ship. So yes, fear the annihilator, mate. Fear the annihilator. Alright, everybody, so that has been this episode, and I will see you all next time. Cheerio.